From a CFO lens, how is Agentic AI enhancing decision making, planning agility, and financial responsiveness across global operations?
All of them, starting with Veena, Pallav, Akshay, Kapil, everybody has touched upon most of it. But today, if you look at the CFOs need speed, accuracy, and quality, right? Whether it is internal or external. Investors no longer need historic balance sheets. Historic balance sheets are just for reference. What they need is a peek into the future. And most of this comes with what our people do on ground. And like Pallav said, the controllership function, there is a lot more to do. For example, today, estimates that you make for accruals, while most of the automation initiatives are around transaction processing, you need an intelligent system to work out on the accruals and get those to be accounted correctly. Similar, if you look at consolidation, statutory reporting from an India's perspective or IFRS perspective, all of this is what goes into the regulators' notice. The investors take cue from there. And all of this are today being done in silos. For example, the finance team has to get in touch with various other stakeholders to arrive at the accrual numbers. Whereas if there is an intelligent way where the agentic AI is fed with real-time data that can tell you what kind of accruals do you make. I mean, this is more on the core transaction accounting stuff. Like Pallav said on the FP&A side, people want to get real time and futuristic stuff in terms of real time actions that need to be taken. If you build a data lake that connects with your workforce management, with all the real time stuff that you record into your system, and use a common thread like a cost center, and then start posing questions. You can train agentic AIs to give you real-time outcome in terms of what happens if you move your headcount from one process to the other, or rather, I would expect the agentic AI to tell us or tell the operations people to take decisions in terms of where do they do a real-time planning to make the most optimistic use operational stuff. And same thing comes, so once all those stuff at the ground level are fixed, that is where the CFO has a reliable fundamental base, and any results, any outcome coming out of that becomes a lot more predictable, a lot more grounded, a lot more ethical. And also you don't have to really worry about governance because that's inbuilt. So I think that is where we are moving. This is, like Veena said, this is just the tip of an iceberg, but a long way to go. And we at Sagility are building a lot of automation initiatives. We do small projects using macros and then converting them into the journey of an agentic AI.
How do CFO organizations manage risk, compliance, and financial controls when AI agents begin making autonomous decisions?
So governance is first, technology later, right? We know internal controls on financial reporting, which is very key. So I guess while building the agentic AIs, we should embed all those requirements, governance, etc., within AI. Automation Anywhere, I hope many of you would have heard when they released their first stuff. They built in something called control bots. It was a control room with bots managing bots. I think those kind of stuff will also come into picture, where the agents will start monitoring agents, and wherever you see a deviation, they'll start flagging it off. I think the key takeaway here is compliance, governance, all of that will be proactive and not reactive. And that is where this entire automation journey has to help us. Human intervention cannot be stopped when it comes to governance. But then, like Veena said, where you had those control rooms where drivers were sort of monitoring rather than doing stuff. Agents will start doing and we'll start monitoring. But governance has to be embedded into the entire ecosystem.
So the question is, if you had to pick one finance process where agentic AI will have the biggest impact in the next 24 months, which one do you think it is and why?
Deploy agentic AI, see the outcome. That will actually boost the confidence of the teams, and then think big, think strategic, but go slow. And get the finance team to get into the technological bent of mind. They need to start thinking from a technology perspective and from a 360 degree, and equip them, give them that confidence, that freedom. So I think that is what they should do. It can be like an O2C, P2P, whatever, but take a small area. The way when I started, I did an automation on the MTM, which is mark to market, and then get the entire thing automated, including the journal entries. And that was a very good success story.